Hey guys, this is Matt and Sarah from Amateur Filmies, and today we'll be taking you through another Blu-ray haul.
So this is going to be the first of 2 haul videos that we're going to be doing. The second one is going to be all around Arrow Video because we actually were able to get a whole bunch of titles during a price glitch error that happened during Black Friday. But we're going to keep all of those titles for a separate video because there's so many to show. This video is going to be about all the other stuff that we picked up during Black Friday and Cyber Monday and some of the stuff that we got for Christmas. So we hope you enjoy, and yeah, let's get started. So we're going to do something a little bit different this time around. We actually got a couple of books that we wanted to quickly show and some other sort of knickknacks that are related to movies. So we thought it'd be cool to show off on camera. The first one is a book that I got here for Christmas from Sarah's mum. This is 101 Sci-Fi Movies. So I have the horror version of this one as well, 101 horror movies. And yeah, it makes for really fun reading, and just you get to sort of find out about movies that I might not have known about, and yeah, and just more insight into films that I do know and enjoy. So really like those books.
And then we have a really surprising and special book that Matt got me for Christmas. So it's a guide to J-horror. Anyone who's seen our videos knows that we're huge fans of Japanese cinema, so I can't wait to read that. I'm sure it'll include many insights into the world of J-horror.
So we've got one more book to show, and this is the Bad Movie Bible. And I actually first heard about this book when Mark over at Wilsonian Movie Museum showed it on one of his pickup videos. If you haven't subscribed to him, I definitely recommend his channel. It's probably one of the biggest collectors of movies I've ever seen.
Got to see his movie room. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it is, yeah. And I saw this in one of the videos he did, and I knew that it would be right up my alley, so I put it on my wish list for Christmas, and Sarah got it for me. Basically, as you can imagine, it's a guide to all sort of terrible cinema, or so good it's bad cinema. I really enjoy those type of movies. I mean, the most notorious one is The Room, as you saw on the cover, but I can't wait to find out about even more terrible movies. We've had to move back a little bit for this one. Basically, one of the things I asked for is always a frame to put one of my Arrow Video posters in, because they're all just sitting inside the box sets, and I kind of want to actually get around to displaying them. So she got me this one, and we've put American Werewolf in London in it. I apologise for the glare, but this thing looks so awesome in person. I can't wait to put this up on the wall. But I do plan on getting more frames in the future, because I just want to cover our walls.
So it wouldn't be a true Amateur Filmies Christmas without a few Blu-rays in the stockings. So I'd been whinging to Matt about this movie for ages. I wanted to go see it, but we just didn't have the time. Finally, he got it for me. It's the Curse of La Llorona, or Curse of the Weeping Woman. Now, I know it's not supposed to be like Conjuring level good, but I'm expecting a few decent scares. So
Sarah got me 2 Blu-rays for Christmas. The first one actually is sequels to the first one, which I have on Criterion, and I really like that one. This is a double pack from Scream Factory. This is Scanners 2 and Scanners 3. Which I know Sarah's not a big fan of the way that these are designed, but I kind of like the split artwork. I'm not sure. I kind of think it looks cool. They look really cheesy and corny, and it looks really wacky based on the trailers as well. Like, I can't wait to see some of the effects that they do and whatnot. Not expecting much, but I'm sure it'll be really fun. This last one that I got for Christmas, this was probably the one I was most excited about, because I've been wanting to watch these movies for so bloody long. This is Police Story 1 and Police Story 2. Released by Criterion. Since Christmas, I've already watched the first one, and I've just started the second one, and I am loving them just like I expected. Everyone goes on about this when they first watch these movies, but I just cannot believe the choreography and the stunts. Like, bro, these people must have like the most hurting bodies of all time. Like, I reckon surprised half the cast aren't in wheelchairs based on what they do. It's just absolutely insane, and some really good special features on here. I enjoyed hearing Edgar Wright talk about Jackie Chan, and yeah, just fantastic movies. And if you're a fan of Jackie Chan at all, you owe it to yourself to check out these movies, because they're some of the best in his filmography.
Okay, so now we're up to Steelbooks, and I had been bothering Matt, and I was saying we should get this, but it was just too expensive. And on Cyber Monday, I believe, it finally dropped down in price, and we jumped on it. It was Us, the Steelbook. How beautiful is that? And I actually quite love this film. I know Matt wasn't the biggest fan. It is not as good as Get Out, but I thought it was a fantastic film in its own right.
At the end of the day, it was quite entertaining, and I still do look forward to seeing what Jordan Peele's going to do next.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And in the same pickup, we got the remake of Pet Sematary. which is obviously not as good as the original, but it was actually quite good and quite creepy. Although I did have a few issues with the gore. There were scenes where it was quite brutal in one respect, but then in scenes where it should have been brutal, like there should have been gore, there wasn't. And I feel like it was just a bit inconsistent in that way. I know that's a weird thing to pick apart, but you'll see what I mean when you watch it.
This next movie here is obviously a brilliant film. If you haven't seen it, I'm sure you've at least heard of it, of course. This is Schindler's List. But yeah, absolutely great movie. Very harrowing, but, you know, brilliant filmmaking. It's hard to really, you know, say much more than what's already been said by a lot of people. You know how good this movie is. And it's weird. It's not the type of movie I was going to say I can't wait to rewatch it, but like...
But I do want to rewatch it.
I do, yeah. It's just, it feels weird to say that about Schindler's List. I can't wait to rewatch Schindler's List. But yeah, it has been a while since I've watched it, but I'm glad that we own this release of it.
So, I have never, ever fallen asleep in a movie theatre before. Well, not since I was a kid. But this movie I actually fell asleep during, and I hope some of you agree with me that this movie was just so boring. The Crimes of Grindelwald. The plotline, I mean, this is a beautiful steelbook, I should mention that. The plotline was just nonsensical for me and very disappointing.
Yeah, we sort of got this more for like the completist in us. Like we have every other Harry Potter movie, and the steelbook was like, I think it was like $8 or something like that, which for that price I wasn't going to pass it up.
So next up we have Scott Pilgrim versus the World. And this is a film by Edgar Wright, starring Michael Cera. And Edgar Wright is a fantastic filmmaker. We love most of his filmography. This movie, though, I watched when I was about 13, 14, and I really did not like it. But I think if I watch it now, knowing that it's like, listening to all the nuances, finally getting it, I'll probably enjoy it for what it is, but we'll see.
And so I ordered 2 Marvel Steelbooks to come together, and I ordered Ant-Man, which you're going to see in a sec, and Thor: The Dark World. But he didn't send me Thor: The Dark World. Instead, he sent me the first Guardians of the Galaxy Steelbook.
Close enough.
And I don't know how that happened. He must have just got his wires mixed and just sent it to me instead. I'm not complaining because I needed this Steelbook regardless, and it was worth more than the Thor: The Dark World. If he contacts me to do a return, I'm not expecting to keep this. I know there's a strong chance that I will have to send it back, but if he says just keep it, I'll happily do that. I'm not going to complain about not getting Thor, because this is better than that anyway.
Yeah. And then obviously we have Ant-Man, which is really cute. You can see Ant-Man in that little hole thing. Fun little movie. I love Paul Rudd. I love this steelbook, and the movie was quite good too, didn't you think?
Yeah, it was alright.
Spider-Man: Far From Home.
Got a really good deal on this one. It's still quite expensive at the shops now. I think it's like $40 at JB Hi-Fi, but got it for $20 off eBay brand new.
But isn't that beautiful?
Yeah, the design is great.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, love the design. Not the best Spider-Man movie, definitely not the worst though.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I believe I said in a previous video that I've been trying to get more Vestron titles, but they're really hard for us to get because they are quite expensive, especially with us living in Australia. But not long after I posted that video of me talking about it, I actually found a great deal on Vestron's The Gate, and it actually comes with the slipcover as well, which is really good. I got this for $15 Australian, which is a bargain. Yeah, and I was highly anticipating this movie. It looked like a really fun time. I watched it with Sarah's brothers a couple of weeks ago. It was okay. The creature effects, some of them it was weird. Some of them were really good, other ones were quite bad. And I think it sort of suffered from this sort of thing where it felt too adult for kids to watch, but too childish for adults to watch. It was like a weird sort of, I don't know, dynamic. It's hard to explain, but that's the sort of vibe I got from it anyway. I think there are a lot of missed opportunities to make it more scary, but overall it just sort of meandered a little bit, and I think it could have been better. But there is a sequel to this. I will check that one out at some point, but yeah, it's not I don't regret getting it, but yeah, could have been better, I think. Okay, so these next 5 that we're going to be showing, they're all 88 Films slasher classics. Now, you guys might be aware, but on 88 Films' website, they have a section on their website called Last Chance, which basically means grab these movies while you can because they're going to go out of print sometime soon. But not only were they going to go out of print, they've actually slashed the prices, no pun intended, on the slasher movies, and they were really, really cheap. Like, some of these worked out to be like $6 or $7 Australian each, which is a huge bargain. First one here is, gotta make sure I can show this one, Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers. Haven't watched this one yet. It looks wild. I bought it just based off that title and the fact that we didn't already own it, and yeah, I can't wait to watch it. I think it's got Linnea Quigley in it as well. Actually, yeah, it does.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, she's in like every slash movie of all time. But
yeah,
I looking forward to watch this one. It looks really funny. But yeah, who knows? This one I'm quite looking forward to watching, just because yet again it looks really silly. I gotta keep checking these covers. I don't know if I can show them. I'll take a chance. Yeah, this is Nail Gun Massacre. Apparently, this is one of those so bad it's good movies. You know, you can't really expect much going into a movie called Nail Gun Massacre. But you know what? I've found enjoyment in plenty of movies that look as bad as this, and I'm sure that it'll be fun for us to watch. I'm sure that a lot of laughs will be had.
And obviously we had to pick up a classic and its sequel. So we have Children of the Corn. I don't think I've ever seen this movie, but I've seen all the references to it.
Yeah.
And I think there's like a Simpsons episode that references it. And then of course we had to pick up the second Children of the Corn movie, The Final Sacrifice. And it's ironic that it's called The Final Sacrifice because
it's like
there's like heaps of other sequels.
There's like
after
I think there's like 10 of them. I looked it up like not that long ago. There's so many of these movies. Last one I'm going to show. Don't have much to say about this one apart from the fact that it was really cheap and I'm glad we got it. This is Scalps, which is basically about some people who go digging around a Native American burial ground, and I'm sure you can guess what happens next. They probably just get hunted down. Apparently it's by the spirit's name is called Black Claw or something like that. It's got really bad ratings, but again, with these sort of movies, I'll make certain concessions regarding their quality just to, because I'm sure they'll be fun regardless. So, yeah, Scalps. I meant to mention it earlier in the video before, but obviously given that we only bought these at the end of November, around the Black Friday time, and obviously some with Christmas gifts as well, with all the festivities, we haven't had much time to sort of watch all of these. We're still trying to get through them now. We just haven't been able to make the time, but we did make the time to watch this one, which is Killer Crocodile.
We'd been watching like Rogue, Lake Placid with my brothers because they love a good monster film, Jaws and
we're
shit
on an
like
alligator kick or a crocodile kick.
We're on a croc kick, and this one did not disappoint. And I want to make it very clear, it's not because it's some groundbreaking movie like Jaws. No. It's pretty average, but it's so entertaining. Okay, so another installment into the Italian collection is Lamberto Bava's Blast Fighter. And so this is about an ex-jailbird who is trying to get like a more quiet life, and so his idyllic life is interrupted by a bunch of rednecks. And it's supposed to be pretty bloody and a pretty good revenge story, so we're looking forward to watching that one.
So another one from the Italian collection. This is Live Like a Cop, Die Like a Man, which is such an excellent title for this movie. Haven't watched this one yet, but interestingly, it's actually directed by Ruggero Deodato, who did Cannibal Holocaust. And I first found out about this movie when Edgar Wright was he did a video on YouTube talking about like 10 movies you probably haven't seen or something like that. And he was right, because I hadn't seen this one. But he highly recommended this one. And I've been really getting into sort of Italian police thrillers recently. Like I just finished watching Milano Calibro 9, which is really good. And I watched I think it was Almost Human not too long ago, a couple months back, and I really enjoyed that one. So it is a sort of subgenre of Italian films that I'm wanting to learn more about, and apparently this is a decent one, so I'm really excited to watch that one.
Then we have Sergio Martino's Hands of Steel. And I believe this is about a man who's like half android, half man, and he's created by some company to go take out a target, and then he realizes like the target's a good person, and then he gets hunted. And by the looks of it, it looks so cheesy. We've already seen, I think, All the Colors of the Dark. That's Sergio Martino, right?
Yeah, and he also did Torso as well.
Oh, Torso. And it'll be interesting to watch that one and see how it plays out on the big screen.
It's another one that I'm really excited to watch. This is Nightmare Beach. This is directed by Umberto Lenzi, actually. We have a couple here directed by him. This one just seems like a sort of generic slasher. A lot of the times, slashers, a lot of them are the same. They just sort of vary up, like sort of little plot details. Classic slasher that I really want to cross off my list. Who knows if it's good or bad? I've heard alright things about it, but yeah, kind of excited.
Then we have Lucio Fulci's A Touch of Death. And so this is about a chainsaw killer who hunts down lonely women. and a copycat killer. Why are you laughing?
Just really dark straight off the bat.
And there's a copycat killer who's out to sort of ruin his work because the copycat killer is very sloppy. I don't mean to be rude, but like this actually sounds quite sophisticated for Fulci, but we'll actually see how it plays out. We'll see if there's a different story.
It's one thing to read about what it's about and then another thing to actually watch it on screen. And watching Fulci's, I mean, this is one of his later works. Like, I think this is...
it's going to be bad.
Yeah, I think this is kind of coming out in the period of when he wasn't sort of known for doing the best stuff. But yeah, look, we love Fulci. We love his bad films. We love his good films. And this is one that neither of us have seen. I'm sure that it'll be hilarious. So, who knows? So this is the last of the Italian collection we have to show today. This is Eyeball.
Straight to the point.
Yeah. There's no beating around the bush as far as what this one's going to be about. It's not even like just a play on the word. Like, it's literally about a dude who takes people's eyeballs. That's what it's actually about.
That's very Fulci, isn't it?
Well, this one's directed by Umberto Lenzi.
Oh.
Yeah. Apparently, they tout this as being his greatest giallo film, apparently. And according to the back of this, it's one of Quentin Tarantino's favorites. It just seems like a big bloodbath. Really keen to watch this one. It just looks really, really silly. But yeah, again, can't wait.
So the last of the 88 films, and one we should have shown with the Slasher Classics because we got it on the same Last Chance sale, was The Toxic Avenger Part 2. And I cannot wait to watch this with my little brothers because we watched the first one with them and they loved it. Like, we loved it.
Yeah.
It's just cheesy, goofy fun, and it's actually quite a good movie.
Yeah.
As far as, like, trashy movies.
It's heartwarming, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not as... I mean, I hope this is the same, but Toxic Avenger, I thought it was going to be, like, vile and smutty, but it actually was quite innocent in a way.
Yeah, there is definitely smutty elements in it, but, like, it's not mean-spirited, you know what I mean? Like, it's done in a really... I said it before, but it's just heartwarming.
Heartwarming.
Yeah, which is a really weird word to say about a movie like The Toxic Avenger. But anyone who's seen it, you probably know what we're trying to describe. So this one actually arrived only 2 days ago, and I'm so happy that we got this. This was so cheap. For such a great edition, I honestly couldn't believe it. This is Apocalypse Now. This is the sixth disc of the sixth. That is really hard to say. The 6-disc set. It's the 40th anniversary edition, and this movie is absolutely brilliant. Fantastic. It comes with 3 different versions of the film, I believe. Unlimited special features on this set, and really, really good value. To ship it from the US to Australia, plus the cost of the item, it was only like $32.
That's amazing.
Which is really, really good. I've seen this same set being sold in JB Hi-Fi for like $80. So we're going to finish off this video with 2 Arrow Video box sets. The reason we're not showing this in the second Blu-ray haul video is because these weren't part of that price glitch thing that we talked about. And as I said, we'll explain more about what happened during that price glitch in the next video because it's absolutely insane. But we wanted to show off the Arrow Video box sets we got during this video. This is the first of them. This is Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, which I remember really, really loving this movie. The only thing is that I can't actually remember a whole lot of it. I only remember specific parts because I watched it when I was quite young, and I don't think I was in the right frame of mind to be watching something so surreal. So, but I remember it really intrigued me at a younger age, and I'd always meant to get around to watching it in full again. And it's directed by Terry Gilliam, who's an absolute legend, and I love his work. One of the ones we got in the next haul video is actually Tidelands. I've been trying to get a lot more of Terry Gilliam's work because I just love it. I love Brazil. That's probably my favorite film by him. But yeah, I can't wait specifically to see the visuals in this film because that's what I sort of associate with Terry Gilliam, is being a really good visual storyteller. And yeah, I can't wait. Apparently Johnny Depp and Benicio, is it Benicio or Benicio?
Benicio?
I don't know. Del Toro. The Wolfman. Apparently they both play really good roles in this, and yeah, I can't wait to rewatch it because it has been years and I hardly remember it as it is, but cannot wait.
Finally, we have RoboCop, which is the perfect 80s film. I love the practical effects. I love pretty much everything about this movie, and the edition is quite good too. I just think I forgot how brutal the movie actually was. Like the scene where, where people are getting shot up, the opening scene where they're testing out the new robot and it accidentally sets its targets on some poor businessman and he gets shot to pieces. Like, the world that it sets up is perfect. I love a good dystopian world.
And I think as well, like RoboCop is obviously a classic, and it's easy to forget that the film's actually quite nuanced as well. Like, it actually provides a lot of really good
social commentary.
Yeah, social commentary on, like, materialism and capitalism, and It's just actually a really effective movie. I mean, like, you can just watch it purely for the action and get great enjoyment out of it that way, but it actually has another layer to it. That concludes our Blu-ray haul video. The next video that we do should be our Arrow video haul, all the stuff that we picked up during the price glitch. Be on the lookout for that because, as I said, we got a whole bunch of stuff.
But thank you so much for watching, and I hope you can watch our next video, which will definitely be that haul.
Thank you.